Right. Sit down. Hi, everyone. It's Anise Kavanaugh, and I wanted to just give you a couple of things to think about. We've been having a lot of really interesting meetings in the last couple of weeks, and one of the things I'm very aware of right now is this idea of how are you getting your workforce to focus on the right things right now. One, are you focusing on the right things right now? And two, if you're not focusing on the right things right now, or you're not aware of your impact as you focus on certain things, it's very likely that you're actually creating a ripple effect where your people are not focusing on the right things. So, one of the things I'm really noticing right now in different conversations is, there's a lot going on. There's so much happening, and it can be incredibly stressful. And our human brains, in absence of information, we will make up the information. We will make up the information. The information is usually going to be not good. It's going to be usually the worst case scenario that we're going to start to make up. So what we're seeing is a lot of companies going through some big changes, and they're coming to the table noticing that they're not actually focusing on the right things. They're focusing on, do I matter? Do my leaders see me? Am I doing a good job? Should I collaborate with this person, or am I actually in competition with them? What's going to happen? Am I going to have a job? And so they're worrying about covering their own booties, for lack of a better word, right now. And they're worried about actually looking good. And instead of focusing on creating results with the company, or doing really, really awesome things with the company, and leaning in and making sure that, excellent services and products and whatever are being designed, created, sold, whatever, they're focusing on themselves. So it's focusing on the wrong things. Now, one of the ways that we can really start to create the opposite of that is to make sure that you're creating an environment, you're creating a workforce that actually sets people up to be able to focus on the right things. So a couple of different ways you're going to do that, of course, are going to be really looking at how present are you with your people? How are your leaders showing up in communication? If your leaders are not showing up present, if they're not clear on their intentions, if the energy they're bringing to the table, if it is not clean, it is very, very likely sending your people running for the hills, starting to look at, should they find another job? Are they valued? Do they matter? Should they be collaborating or competing? And we're seeing it all the time. In fact, I haven't, in over 20 years of doing this work, I don't think I've seen this level of contraction, for lack of a better word, just contraction around what they're focusing on, being really narrow and self-focused, and focusing on what's not working and the negative, versus actually looking at, okay, how do we create results? How do we make change? Yes, we might have things going on in the organization that are scary or ambiguous, but how do we actually continue to keep our forward momentum, and hopefully help things go better than worse? Because here's the thing, when everyone's focusing on what's not working and everyone's focusing on themselves, the thing that's not getting focused on is the things that are working and the results that you want to create. And therefore, you're going to actually end up creating more of the thing that you don't want to have happen. So there's a little Mobius strip for you. But invitation to you to be looking at, how are you creating an environment that helps people show up fully and have honest conversations, and do their best work, and be aware that things might be ambiguous and things might be happening that's scary for them. But at the same time, there's an honest, we're all in it together. How do you create that environment? How do you create a workplace that actually sets people up to show up fully and to feel safe in doing so? So food for thought. If you'd like to explore this with us, I'm going to invite you to please join us at our next executive forum. These executive forums are designed specifically for senior and executive leaders who are responsible for talent, culture, leadership development, performance, basically making sure that your people are healthy and whole and doing their best work and focusing on the right things. There is a method to the madness. We at Active Choices Incorporated, we are constantly working with companies around creating authentic, positive energy workplaces, and we do so using the IEP methodology. So if you'd like to learn more, go ahead and get signed up there. If you fill in your information, if you have a note for me, you can go ahead, fill in a note, and we will make sure that if the next forum looks like the right forum to put you into, we will get you into that forum. So focus on the right things. Notice what you're focusing on. Notice what you're focusing on. It starts with all of us first doing it for ourselves. Okay, have a great day. Bye-bye.